Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Now come on in. Now come. Sorry, y'all. Y'all know I'm weird. Whatever.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl Bondy Blue. So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl Bondy Blue. Okay, follow me on Instagram and let's get into the video, right?
Hey, everybody. What's going on, everybody? What's going on? It's your girl, Bondy Blue. I'm back, girl. I'm back. We about to do another video. Today's a little bit different. Y'all know I normally don't do lifestyle, but that's all about to change. Okay? We're about to start doing a little bit more lifestyle, y'all. Something that came to me while I was on the trip. All right. Hey, everybody. Hey, girl. Okay. So y'all know when I came to y'all last year, was it last year or the beginning of this year? Child, it's been a whirlwind. It's been this year. It's this year. Okay. But when I came to y'all with the Ghana Wellness Retreat with Reset by Design Wellness, okay. Girl, I didn't know. I didn't know what it was gonna be. I had been on a retreat and it was a good time, but it definitely, when it comes to the wellness part, left some shit to be desired. Okay, still a good retreat, please don't get me wrong, but again, left something to be desired when it came to what I needed. Okay, I need to get my nails done, don't worry about me. Okay, end of the week things. Okay, now the Ooh Ladies First panel is on my channel this week, so we adding shit to the pot. All right, so I'll be making a link to that. Y'all remember Ooh Ladies First panel is on my channel this week. Yes. Okay. This retreat, as much as it was a risk for me because it was Reset by Design's first retreat, and I know that probably gave a lot of people pause, but something told me that that's what I was supposed to do. So that's what I did. And we didn't get as many people as we would have liked the first time. We only got 3 people. And you would think that that would, be a bad thing. It actually turned out being the best situation ever. Once again. Once again, let's give it up for Chastity, Mandy, and Talia. My 3 followers that watched me and came on a retreat because they saw me do advertisement for it and they felt like they needed a trip. The way we bonded, the way we naturally came together, listened to each other, supported each other, held space for each other, I hope reinforced each other. This is how I felt. And I feel like they felt that way too. But I think everybody felt reinforced to be 100% themselves. And that was the thing that was missing for me on the last retreat that I went on, which was feeling like I could be myself. I am a lot. I cuss, I talk a lot, I share a lot, I'm loud, I'm a lot. But I'm also chill. That's where the Gemini thing comes in. You can get a very dancing, singing for no reason version of Bondy, and you can get the chilling, sitting in the background, not really saying much version of Bondy. It just depends on how I'm feeling, okay? But one thing I've learned to do over time is when I feel like I'm doing too much, when I feel like I'm giving too much of myself, when I feel like I've talked too much, I just get quiet. And it's really so that I can equal out what I feel like is me giving too much of myself in the space, okay? And that happens when people criticize or make me feel like I've done something wrong by being myself. That did not happen one time on this trip. And not only did I feel like being myself was a good thing to do, I also felt like me being myself helped other people be themselves. And that was the first time that I really felt that way. Like I really felt like me being me, 100% myself, is helping these other women open up and feel like they can share who they are as well. Okay? So shout out to Reset by Design Wellness. A part of this was the fact that Taisha, this is a dream for Taisha. And for Sakina, Sakina is a therapist. and knows how to handle helping people really zero in on what their issues are, what they may need, and who they are, right? A part of this trip, we did African Ancestry, which was a really amazing thing. Okay, she gave us, we had like a little cute goodie bag with journals in it. Okay, I'm gonna talk to y'all about some of the stuff I wrote in the journal. We all got different backpacks depending on, our style and what she, got from us. She gave us those washcloths. Okay, I'm gonna use this. I need to take this out this bag. I also have like a wrap. Okay, in my favorite color, child. We are going to use these. I got a fan. Okay, because everybody loves a fan. Okay, you know what I'm saying? You be extra. You know what I mean? Okay, you be extra. Everybody loves a beautiful fan. Okay, hold up, don't hit yourself in the face. Water bottle, Reset by Design Wellness water bottle. Okay, very cute. We appreciated that. And we also got some workbooks. Okay, we got some workbooks. Life Reset, Evolving into Your Best Self workbook. Okay, listen, very helpful. All right, we're gonna get into that. And then Sakina gave us self-love workbook for women: release self-doubt, build self-compassion, and embrace who you are. Okay, we love colorful books. This caught my eye off rip. Okay, now every day, for the most part, not every day, but most of the days on the trip, we would have sit down talks where we wrote down how we were feeling, what we needed, or asked whatever questions Sakina and Taisha had planned for us. Because this workshop every day is planned a certain way, and to ask yourself certain questions. Okay. For instance, how am I feeling? What's working? What's not working? How are you moving forward? Okay, how do I feel about being in Africa? I answered those questions. I said I feel nervous, I feel emotionally overwhelmed. Okay? Figuring out who are the people in your life that matter. Who are the players? Who am I pouring into? Are they worth my time and effort? Who's pouring into me? Okay? Realizing that it's about me. That's not selfish, and having no regrets in life. Okay? Don't give a fuck. Be yourself. It's not my job to be the nurturer for everybody. What do I love most about myself? I say my ability to be myself even when I'm scared to be myself. Okay? Resilience. All right, what's one thing I can do daily to heighten my sense of fulfillment? Accomplishing my goals, working out, meditating, morning affirmations, which I have really gotten into because of that damn Sierra song. Y'all was going in on Sierra, but this for the girls that's INDEPENDNT. This for the girls on a mission like me. That shit, this for all the girls, okay? This for all the girls around the world. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay? This for the self-made girls, self-paid girls, okay? That'll never let them change your mind, okay? I've been listening to that because that's like morning affirmations, okay? Love it, all right? So that's a good thing to do because you got to pour into yourself, and we don't recognize how programmable our brains are. You repeat the same shit to yourself in the mirror over and over again and watch you start seeing it transform in your life. But other things that give me a sense of fulfillment is being grateful, okay? And Mandy said we need to check out the Inside app for meditation. Okay, shout out to Amanda for that. Building community, which is what we feel like we're doing. Okay, asking for help when we need to. Allocating shit instead of taking it all on our back. I need an assistant. Okay, prioritizing, building trust, characteristics of abuse, because a lot of us don't realize when we being abused. Like when I told y'all Keke Palmer baby daddy was fucking abusive, and y'all told me I was tripping. Now we see niggas abusive. Okay, yeah. So we worked on a lot of different things. Okay, journal, holla at that. And the best part, not the best part, but like the best part was the African ancestry test. I found out that I am Takar. I am a descendant, okay, of the Takar people living in Cameroon. Okay, that's who I have the most DNA hits for. And it's so funny. I felt, honestly, I felt special. I am special. But essentially, I felt special because to me, what that told me is that I am a descendant of one strong-ass woman that walked from the center of Cameroon to either Sierra Leone or Ghana, one of the ports, made it through a slave castle, made it through a slave port, made it on a boat, made it from the boat to whatever island or Americas they got, dropped off in, and then proceeded to have a line of children that would eventually give y'all me. Okay? And that brings me to showing y'all some of the reels that I made on, when I was out there. Okay? Because to me, the reels I made I really tried to embody what we were seeing, what we were feeling. And I want to go through those day by day of the ones that I made. But coming from just one ethnic group on my mother's side, just sealed in for me, like the strength, the resilience, and the beauty. When I looked up the Takar people, I saw similarities between them and my own family here in New Orleans. They made masks, they were storytellers, and they had very specific ways of creating their costumes that were identifiable by other tribes. The Takar people were also very good at producing produce, okay, farming the land. And at a time when people were making animal sacrifices, the Takar people were figuring out ways to work their magic through the way that they planted, the process of their planting. And they were so good at it for a long time that they got some haters. Yes, people. The Takar people got some fucking haters. Shout out to the Fulanis. Okay? Yes, Fulani people, it was you. Okay? You're going to have to take this L, Fulani people. It's no disrespect, but y'all were responsible for the African side of the slave trade when it came to the people of Takar. And when the reason why I say that is Takar people were one of the largest ethnic groups that were stolen and forced into slavery, to the point that they went from millions of people to about 170,000 on the continent as of right now, which tells me that y'all really raped and pillaged our people, my people specifically, Takar people. Okay, and there are Takar people from other places, but specifically Takar people of Cameroon. Okay, I did a little research on YouTube, found one video that I watched of like a ceremony. One of the women in the ceremony looked exactly like my great-grandmother. And when I say that, there was a picture of my great-grandmother on the wall in my grandmother's house as long as I can remember. And now my mom has that picture in her house. So I know this woman's facial features very well just from staring at this one big-ass picture of her. Okay, my entire life. Flared nostrils, wide-set cheekbones. The lady in the video looked just like my great-grandmother with those same facial features. Then I hear somebody in the background, and y'all think all African tribes do that. All African tribes do not do that, and it's one of my mama's many gifts, okay? Whenever we do shit, we have family get-togethers and everybody cheers, my mama will hit that like to perfection, okay? So I sent it to her as soon as I saw it because it's like, do you hear yourself, Ma? You hear yourself in the background? So I felt empowered by that. Let's go ahead and get into the reels and then we'll continue on in the conversation. Okay? Where's day one? Day one was me. All right, I'm not going to play the music. Hold up, y'all. I want to make sure that we seeing it. All right. This is day one. Day one is me on the flight. So because it takes you a whole day to travel to Africa, I flew out on the 30th and did not get to Africa until to Ghana, Accra, until the 31st on Halloween, okay? I did Premium Select. Premium Select is nice, y'all. I don't think I could handle economy for a 8+ hour flight. Now, this flight was 9 hours. Thank God my flight to Accra was a direct flight from JFK, okay? So from the States straight over to Accra. This is me. All right. Now, I don't look. Okay. I love that they do that now. Listen. Okay. Do you see these economy people behind me? Nah, it's not shade, y'all. But my comfort level. Okay. And I know y'all saw that little quick clip right there of me. There was a woman next to me. Shout out to Shantae. I met a woman on the flight who is very, very nice. Lives back and forth between Accra and the States. Gave me the lowdown. Told me how they always trying to hustle you. And people have a love-hate relationship with Africa and Ghana because of the way they try to hustle Americans all the time, always trying to take advantage. Oh, look at Monique. Hey, girl. All right. But this is me showing up to the airport. Now, listen, when me and this lady met, we met on a Premium Select flight And I thought that I had this whole row to myself, and then she show up an hour within the flight, and I'm already laying over on into the seat that she comes to sit in. I'm annoyed a little bit, but you know what? So what? I bought this premium select seat, bitch. You're gonna be comfortable in this seat. Now the flight kept going back and forth from being hot and cold, so that was annoying for me. But ultimately, we ended up talking, and we became cool on this flight. So by the time we go and get our bags, we kind of just, checking for each other to make sure that nobody's cell phone gets stolen. Okay. So just the fact that you meet somebody on a flight, and just within this short amount of time, me and this black woman are like catching each other six. Such appreciated that moment. Shout out to Shantae. Okay. So this is me in the car with the driver. Okay. Mind you, listen to me something. Listen to me, American women. American women, when you go over there to Ghana, if a man says something to you about, are you going to give me an invitation? They are literally asking you to send them a paper invitation so that they can try to get a visa to come to America. Yeah, cut that shit down as soon as they start saying that shit. Cut it off. I did not know what my driver was talking about. Okay. He kept saying that, and I'm just thinking he's flirting with me because I'm a Southern woman. I'm used to people flirting with me. I'm happy to be in Ghana. I'm just smiling, shaking my head. And then the man was just being a little bit too touchy. Let's just say he got fired before the end of the trip. Okay. And I say touchy, meaning that, oh, you're looking at my tattoo. You don't have to touch my arm, but you touch my arm. Oh, you want to see my necklace. You don't have to pick my necklace up off my chest. I'm looking at my phone. He picks my necklace up off my chest. I'm a Southern woman. I don't know who this is or how I'm getting to where I'm going or where I'm supposed to be going. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to keep it cute. I'm going to smile. When we get to this hotel, he pulls up like he is going into the hotel with me, which bothered me a little bit. I'm like, why are you not just dropping me off in front of the door, helping me get my bags out and letting me handle getting to my room? Okay. Because my room, the first night I paid for my room. So there was no need for anybody else to be with me during this time. Okay. And the bellman who ended up helping me get my shit out the car and bringing it to my room, shout out to all of the men that are in the service, like in the service industry in Ghana. They will come and help you with your bags. They do all of the things, girl. They are very helpful. All right. The drivers are people you got to have issues with. But he coming into the hotel, sitting there waiting for me to get my room, I guess, because like the man said at the hotel, sometimes your drivers wait because sometimes people have issues with their hotels and they may have to go back to the airport or something like that. So the drivers will wait until everything is good. I said, okay, fine. But it still kind of had to let me know. I said, what you acting like you going to my room with me or something like that? Like, what the fuck? When he showed up with mango juice, I said, oh no, not you trying to be like me and get mango juice. Like, I had to let him know, I don't, what I'm saying? I don't know what you think going on, but I had to give him, I had to let him know what was going on by the time we get to this hotel room. Okay. Now this is before all of that happened. We driving through the streets of Accra. I'm taking pictures. Something to be noticed. Those big old billboards y'all just saw, those people are in love with white Jesus and they use white Jesus to make money. All I see is publications for revivals. Come praise with us. Come get this blessing. White Jesus and Quinsu Ocha. White Jesus. Okay. Listen, the Ghanaian people love white Jesus. Okay. It's almost as if they're on the same continent, but have no idea that there's no way he could have been white. Okay. Listen, it's about an education. This is one of those reasons that I am appreciative of being African American, because African Americans understand white people in a way that African people, I feel like they're missing it. They put white people on a pedestal. They treat African Americans like it's low-key beef. Some of them, not all of them. Okay. Some people were very nice, very sweet to us, but all in all, it always feels like I don't have no tip. Okay. That's just what it feels like a lot of the time. Okay. Now, you see the beautiful women. Okay, LaBody Beach Hotel. This is the hotel. Look at my room. Okay, very, very nice room. Nice accommodations at LaBody Beach Hotel. LaBody Beach Hotel, okay, I was tired, so I got into my room, and I instantly took a shower and went to sleep. Woke up the next day, and I met Talia. Shout out to Talia. I think she's TM Clan in the in the chat usually. So shout out to her. She was the first person that I met. I love her. Okay. That's my friend. She's in the army. She was stationed in Germany at the time. Okay, that's her. We went to, we met with Taisha and we met with Sakina. So it was just the four of us at first. And we went to, this is the lady, the seamstress that was making outfits for us. Oh yes, Taisha and Sakina had orchestrated for us to get 2 outfits. I have one that I already got. I have not worn it yet. And I have a second one that's being mailed to me because we couldn't get them before we left, okay? Because it takes too long to get down the street in a crowd because the damn streets are so bad. This is not shade. I'm from New Orleans. I'm just telling y'all what happened, okay? But I hope to wear the suit that I'm getting made, that I got made. I hope to wear that for the next Tasha K show. So we'll see how that works out. But yes, okay, the lady made out, we were looking at the fabrics, okay, there's a whole bunch of, look at a goat, okay, I was surprised, look at a goat. And this right here, y'all, the way African women, and I say African because not just Ghanaian, African women carry shit on their head. This is how you know white people, Caucasian people. Back in the day, y'all would go to Africa and steal shit. If you've ever seen the etiquette class, you know that they'll put books on your head to correct your, your posture. They stole that shit from African women, and you can't tell me no different. Okay, y'all doing it just for a look of it. They're doing it because that's the easiest way to carry heavy shit around. Okay, yes, 50. I watched the lady pick up my 50-pound suitcase, put it on her head, and walk up 2 flights of stairs. Yeah, it's very, very serious. They have strong necks, as I've heard. Okay, so shout out to the Ghanaian women. This was the view, all right? This was the view, y'all. Very beautiful. I'm not a person that get, feel a way about shit being rural. I'm from New Orleans and I've lived in rural areas outside of New Orleans because of Hurricane Katrina, okay? So rural don't bother me, all right? I'm good for off the beaten path, all right? But this was in the city, just so y'all know, all right? So that was the city view behind y'all. Another thing, Accra is cool during the day, like as far as what it looked like and all of that, But at night, something to be seen. Because it's so hot. It's like New Orleans. It's too hot during the day to really do shit. So at night, everybody come out. So everything is lit up and everybody outside. It's actually incredible. Yes, the bustles in their dress to make their butts and hips bigger. I know, girl. I know. Child, they steal everything. They'd steal our goddamn skin if they could. Okay? This is the lobby at Labadi Beach Hotel, y'all. Okay? Let's talk about Labadi Beach. All right. Now, let me tell y'all something. They really do need to do something about the plastics. Y'all was ribbing the fuck out of our mayor because she didn't want to go to Africa on coach seats, on economy seats. I don't know why y'all make big deals out of shit that the white people that are in city council and all of that in city government, y'all don't bother them when they do it. So I don't know why y'all have to make such a big deal about Mayor Cantrell upgrading her fucking plane tickets when she's going to Africa to discuss the plastics problem that they have. And they do have a fucking trash and plastics problem that somebody needs to help them with. Okay? Somebody need to help them with. And I say that because look at this shit, y'all. This is the beach. Beautiful. And when I say beautiful, I mean the water, the sky, the palm trees, like the color of the sand, like Africa is beautiful when it comes to landscaping, but the problem is so much damn trash. Y'all, we didn't want to get in the water because there was trash in the water. Another thing, there are so many, and this is no different than the DR, Jamaica, or anywhere else. When you go on a beach in a country like this, they harass you. They keep trying to sell you shit. They're all trying to sell you the same shit, and they might try to sell you weed. But in Ghana, I would just tell you, be careful of buying marijuana on the beach because from what I heard from some nice guys from the UK, shout out to them, that they will sell it to you and then call the police on you so that you'll have to haggle with the police about buying marijuana off somebody on the beach. So all of the people that, is thinking about doing that, be careful out there, okay? Just to let y'all know, I got to tell y'all what happened. And I just also felt like there were so many people begging on that beach. There were like so many men just laid out on that beach. It bothered me that there was so much trash there. Instead of y'all crowding around us trying to sell us shit, how about y'all pick up some of these plastic bottles and shit on this beach? Like real nigga shit. Instead of y'all being out there trying to sell people shit like y'all do, because it's overwhelming that y'all kind of circle people and try to like stress them out until they buy shit from you. Like over time, you kind of build a don't make eye contact. No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. And you keep saying over and over again until they leave you the fuck alone. Okay? Sometimes they'll come and sit by your fucking taxi and beg you and shit. It's too much. It's too much sometimes. Y'all need to give them people jobs to clean up. That's what y'all need to give them a job to do. And y'all do need to figure out how to handle the plastics. Now, because the beach looked like that, me and Talia went back to the pool. All right? The pool was lovely. All right? Look, this is me and Talia. Okay? As I like to call her, the body. Okay? This is when we got our African ancestry. Okay? I was very, very excited to now know the people that my mother, that we're from. There's always confusion. Now, on top of this, Taisha and Chastity share DNA with me when it comes to being from the Takar people of Cameroon. So shout out to my cousins. All right. Y'all see what Cameroon is? All right. All right. All right. So let's move on. We're going to the next one. All right. Let's see. This was the next day. This is day 2 when we finally get to Aqua Safari Resort. People, let me... So when me and Lyric go back, we going to the Aqua Safari Resort when we go back. Okay? We'll probably stop at Labadi for 2 days. I would like to stay at Labadi because the food was much better at Labadi than I experienced anywhere else. I did not do a naming ceremony. Okay? Maybe next time. But we went to this is us, this is me. I'm cute. It's hot, but I'm cute. Okay? It's hot though. Now listen, we got t-shirts and now we are on our way, which is like a few hours, a drive to, maybe a couple of hours to Aqua Safari. This is the Aqua Safari Resort. And y'all, this resort is gorgeous. The service is impeccable and it is Black owned. Oh yes. Oh yes. Koi fish ponds in the front. Okay. Look at the greenery, the wood. All right. The view, once you come out of the lobby, there are animals, donkeys, horses, peacocks, birds, fish everywhere. This is at the point where I'm very, very happy. Okay. Mandy joined us when we got our African ancestry. And okay, y'all see Talia. All right. Everybody got their shirts on. We're excited. All right. We are amazed. All right. Look at the eating area. I had to take my shoes off and ground and put my feet in the river. Then the people was like, "Miss, please do not get in the water." I'm like, "Man, look, sir, I'm from New Orleans. I'm not getting in no river water. I'm just putting my feet in. It's hot. We waiting on our rooms." Okay. Then I noticed a donkey and a bird that seemed like they was friends. When they first walked up, the bird was on the donkey's back. And then it was like the bird was waiting for the donkey to finish grazing the grass. And then they just went off about their business together like they was buddies. This is the river, y'all. This was my room. The stone shower in here was everything, okay? It was everything. That's the balcony. Willa, willa, way, willa, willa, way, willa, willa, way, willa, willa, way. Ooh, na, na, na. Okay? I was giving it everything, okay? This was our first sit-down meal. I should have gotten the lobster then. Is that Jude? Okay, so the man serving us is literally like a treasure. Jude is a fucking treasure. The pool men were working on my nerves a little bit. Okay. They just, they just come to you with the rules in a way. And I was just kind of like, all right, it's hot. Y'all working on my nerves. Let me just go sit down on a little canopy and wait until this room is ready. Cause you can't put your feet in the river. Then we go and put our feet in the little short area of the pool. Y'all like, you need to take a shower first. And it's like, all right, okay, we sorry. It's just hot and we waiting. Okay. But either way, when Jude came over and started talking to us, it was like everything changed. The whole energy was then brought back to calm and light. And I just want to say shout out to Jude. My boobs look good right here. So this is the pool. The sun was setting. Okay. Beautiful. When I tell y'all, I enjoyed myself. Okay. Also, make sure they know what a shot is. It's tough for people sometimes. Look. Okay. Do y'all see me? Mermaid. Okay. Mermaid. Living my best life. Okay. I'm gone. Flippers. I'm out. Let's see. What's the next one? What's this one? Okay, this was me smiling because for the longest, I have not really liked my smile that much. And on this trip, I started liking my smile again. Okay, shout out to me. All right, so this is day 3. We started off with workouts. I was not going to fall off because I tend to fall off on my workouts when I go on vacation. Not this time, damn it. Okay, so we was working out. Y'all see? Listen, every day that we worked out, I was there. It may have been a different variation to everybody else, but I was gonna be there. And it was tough that first day. You look good. Horses, birds, donkeys outside my door. Talia, Mandy, me, drinks. Okay, the tomatoes were everything. That's everybody but Chastity. We were still waiting for Chastity because she did not get there until that night. But we went on a boat ride once she did get there. Now she got there the night before. Yeah, there she go. This was the boat ride. It was also Sakina's birthday. Do y'all see? Everybody smiling. Willa willa way, willa willa way, willa willa way, willa willa way. Ooh, na, na, na. This was some of the most peaceful shit ever, y'all. Riding on this boat down the river. We rode down the river all the way until we got to the ocean. There are a whole bunch of homes, properties, resorts along the river. It's beautiful. That's Mandy, okay? The boats, because everybody's fishing. All right. I just wanted to show y'all the landscape. And then we got off on a little island. Okay. We didn't even know we was getting off. And there were animals. Okay. Y'all look at the goat. There's a snake. Okay. I wasn't doing it. All right. There's a monkey. I did feed the monkey. All right. Y'all, the baby goat. Adorable. That's Taisha. All right. We're leaving. Chastity. We're back on the boat. Sun is setting. All right. I went and got on a swing. Then we went to dinner. Okay. I was cute. Oh my God. I'm so glad I bought that. Yes, y'all. Okay, listen. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Okay, yeah, I forgot. I don't want to play that. But yeah, it was Akina's birthday. And whenever there's somebody's birthday, they come. Okay, they all come out dancing and stomping and shit. Okay. Happy birthday, happy birthday. You know, however they sing it. It's a thing every time they do it. And y'all, that time, it was like 3 other people's birthday before Sakina got hers. We got ganked at least 2 times, but it was so great. This was our first full dinner with all of us together. Okay, everybody looks beautiful. We had a really great time. Automatically feeling each other and then feeling my goddamn self. Do y'all see me? Okay. This was me just by the pool on some chilling on my own shit. Okay. Do. While I'm alone. Okay. We see it. She's giving cheeks. The workouts are working. All right. I did a live. All right. So this is day 4. Now, I haven't recorded anything when we're in our sessions, but I was feeling very anxious because of some shit in my personal life. And after the sessions, after everybody cried, Talia cried, Chastity cried, you know, Amanda was there with her very calming psychiatric energy. You know what I'm saying? Sakina's there being supportive. Taisha's there being supportive. After we had those moments, I was then more grounded and felt myself getting more solid day by day. Like it was really amazing. There were a whole bunch of the little, what's they called, y'all? The lizards. Around the property. And this is just like in Fort Lauderdale. In Fort Lauderdale, they're much bigger and they just be running around the goddamn place, scaring the shit out of everybody. Well, it was something to get used to. But one morning when I was going to work out, look how they were all sitting. 1, 2, 3. Like something about that caught me and I just had to get it on camera. Okay. We did a little yoga. Because Taisha is certified in yoga. Then we had breakfast. Do y'all see how beautiful this is? Watermelon juice. Okay? Ginger and watermelon juice. We had a lot of ginger and pineapple. See how the birds just walking around and shit? All of the animals can just kind of walk around and do their own thing. They turned the waterfall on. The cinematic. Okay, the cinematic option on my camera on my new iPhone was beautiful. Look at this beautiful ass horse. I did archery. I wasn't that good at it, but that's okay. I need to get better. Of course, Talia does well. Mandy is the surprise. And then Chastity came in on the back end and showed us that she was a warrior woman in another life because she won. Okay? For the rest of the trip, we would understand that Chastity is a warrior woman, period. Okay? It is, listen, you feel protected around Chastity, child. That's just what it is. Okay? Yes, girl, you look like a moving photo. You look like a moving photo. Be beautiful, be tanned, be Cameroonian, girl. Give it to them. All right. You look amazing. Okay. Me, her, she, the drink. Okay. Come on, focus. Come on, focus. Listen, another beautiful bird with white on its back. Y'all, this is amazing. Okay. I look cute this night at dinner as well. There was a bonfire. These also keep away the mosquitoes. We were always having really good conversations and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just beautiful. It's beautiful. We're at peace. We're enjoying ourselves. Willa willa way, willa willa way, willa willa way, willa willa way. Okay. Last night at Aqua Safari Resort, and I'm still working out. All right. See, different set of girls, still me. Okay. Okay, the food. Now I'm gonna tell y'all, when it comes to like the actual natural food, fruits, vegetables, that type of shit, delicious, impeccable. Meat, depending on where you are, can be a little tough. So I didn't eat as much, and I also didn't have that much of an appetite. Okay, but I was eating when I was eating. Potatoes are really good as well, but I just ate a lot of tomatoes. This was probably one. Oh, and that's another thing, spice. They may not know anything for the most part about salt, but if they're gonna do anything, they're gonna put some fucking peppers on something. Okay. See, somebody else's birthday and we got champagne because people that are in the vicinity will get day trip passes to Aqua Safari Resort. So a lot of the days people would just come for the day and then they would go. All right. Yes. Yes. We were living. Okay. The sky, the sky, the sky, y'all. Ugh. I enjoyed that pool so much. Again, shout out to Jude. All right. Jude is somewhere asking me if I need anything. Shout out to Nathaniel and Arthur. Okay. They were our butlers. They really took great care of us. This was our last dinner night. And the food was amazing this night. We had prawns, we had pork chops. So that was a little bit better. This probably was the best meal that I had the entire time I was there. This right here. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Okay, plantains, rice. They have a lot of rice, and they will always hook you up with some fruit in dessert after. Okay, so all of this was amazing. All right, this is day 6. This is the day we leave. Okay, so we leaving the Aquas. That's Nathaniel. Hey, Nathaniel. Yes. Okay, we're leaving. We're leaving. Okay, we're going to Lemon Beach Resort, which is like 4.5 hours away. Okay. And then it was much longer because we drove there like at night. And when we drove there at night, there's a lot of checkpoints. Like every mile, the police are checking to make sure they have the right permits on their car. But before we did that, we went to the mall because we had to go to the ATM. So we went to the Accra Mall, which was cute. We wasn't really trying to buy anything but some food. Okay. Then we went to Crescendo Foods. Okay. Which is kind of like a co-op, which helps people, if they have a business, a cooking business or anything like that, they come and do their thing there. So we had our cooking class. We made some fried chicken, and this is when I learned that they boil their chicken in seasoning first, and then they fry it. They don't batter it. This is a healthier way of doing it. It was delish. All right. Yes. Okay. Listen, we're cooking. It was so hot though, y'all. It was so hot. I had to keep walking out. That's why I'm back here. All the way back here. All right. But that's Chastity and Sakina. And we were, old school passing the plate. Okay. Juanita, who's over and owns this. Okay. Child, I forgot the lady's name who helped us cook, and that's because it's something that's hard for me to pronounce because it was the day of the week, and I think it was like a Thursday. So whatever the day of the week is, that's Thursday. That was her name. That's all of us. Okay. Yes, good times. Then we had to go pick up our first set of outfits. Shout out to the seamstress. Okay. And the boys at night. Okay. Sewing up the beautifulness. Okay. The carefreeness, the young boys in the street. Okay. Y'all see them. It was beautiful. Yes, yes. Okay. Now shit gets a little sad. We done made it to Lemon Beach Resort and we go to the Elmina Slave Castle. All right. This was for me, people cry. I did not cry. And I say this all the time because, living in New Orleans, we have a heavy slave history. There are still places you can go in the French Quarter that show you this is a place where people will come to buy slaves. There are chains in the walls where the slaves would be chained to the walls. Like a lot of things in the French Quarter and in the French market and all of that. has slave history, and it's a part of our history. So we also had, Madame Laurie. So we've had our atrocities against black people and slaves in New Orleans, in Louisiana specifically. So there isn't really much you could tell me that I don't know, or that that would surprise me when it comes to the slave trade and things of that nature. When I was younger, I really engulfed myself in the history because it was such a prevalent part of Louisiana history, right? So, in everlasting memory, the anguish of our ancestors. Okay, I'm not gonna read the whole thing because it cut it off, but y'all get the point. Injustice against humanity. So, but this is the start off. Let me beat your tail, and then we walked. Y'all, we walked because we wanted to go through the village. Okay, y'all see the little school in the background. We walked down the roads. This lady is walking with a machete on her head, y'all. I don't know who was about to get it. All I know is this woman had to be about my height, and she was walking down the street with a machete on her head. Okay? Somebody was about to get it. All right. And then it's the other women. All right. Y'all can tell they going to work. They got their babies and stuff. They got somewhere to be. They were very beautiful. They were also very kind to us on the street. Elmina is a fish town. So please understand it stank to high hell walking down the streets in Elmina. The only time it smelled good is when somebody was cooking something. But it's hella produce. Like, you know how they make you think people are starving in Africa? That is not the vibe. Okay. This is the castle. Now, y'all look at this. It's beautiful. It is literally on one of the most beautiful settings, and it is the most atrocious, ugly history. It's a testament to life really being good and bad at the same time. Okay, something I really had to learn, and I am learning. So this is the castle. We got our walkthrough. This moment right here, Mr. Kofi. Shout out to Mr. Kofi. He's a director of the Elmina Slave Castle tours. So we had the director on our tour that day, and he did an excellent job. African men, Ghanaian men specifically, will make you listen very hard to them. Okay, they talk very low in their throat. They are not loud like Americans, and you really have to listen hard to hear what they got to say. Okay, but I got the gist of it. And what I understand is that the people outside of these walls do not have the education to fully understand what took place. He understood what took place. A lot of the ignorant shit that you would hear and see in Ghana as it pertains to African Americans, black people, Christianity, all of those things, once you started talking to Mr. Kofi, all that shit went out the window, which I appreciated. I appreciated the tone. This is a dungeon that was meant for the soldiers. So if the soldiers get drunk, they do something wrong, they end up here. And it is a gate, so you can see through it. There's air coming in. There's a window, so there's light. They will be there in a few hours, and then they'll be put out. The slave dungeon next to theirs, there's an X and a skull on it, which shows you that once somebody goes in there, they're not supposed to make it out. It is a whole door with no breezeway through, no holes in it, and they're put there in the dark. This right here. To starve and die of heat exhaustion. So Mr. Kofi said, I'm going to close the door for a minute. A second, I mean. And this is what happened. Like, that's how, you saw how dark that went? Yeah. Okay. This is when we're going to the point of no return. The doorways get smaller and smaller because they wanted to make it harder to be bum rushed or for people the slaves to just run past or try to run out. So they would make the doors smaller. Now, when you get to the point of no return, okay, which is past the men's dungeons and past, because there was a slot that they would slide the women down to go down to the point of no return that kind of took them through the male dungeon. Not safe. Also in the women's dungeon, their throughway, the airway that they had in their dungeons was connected to the ammunition. When you get close to this window, you can still smell it. It's a very strong kind of burn your nose and your throat smell. So apparently sometimes if they mixed any of the powders together and, sent through the airway, it would kill a lot of the women slaves. Okay. We'll, get to another part about the women slaves again. But see, this is the point of no return. So this is the room that they were put in right before they were put onto the boat. And there has been a lot of erosion on the coast of Ghana. So the water that used to be there is no longer there. Same thing happened in New Orleans. We understand coastal erosion. Not New Orleans, but Louisiana. We understand coastal erosion. So yes, They leave bottles of water. Because at first we thought it was trash. Like, why are all these empty water bottles? People just leaving this shit at the castle? That's fucked up. Why y'all ain't cleaning this up? No. They are left there as offerings for the souls. And to me, this was such a deep thing to see. There are messages on the reefs, and there are cold bottles of water on the floor. For and the idea behind this is that time is not linear. So just as we are here right now in this time, on another plane of existence, slavery is happening right now at this exact moment. And there's a ripple effect through the timelines, okay? So when the water is put there in this time, it is to feed the souls of the people that were there. And to me, this makes sense because I have to think about, how did you not die of thirst and heat exhaustion? Because energetically, somebody is sending you what you need. So even though you're thirsty, you don't die of thirst. The words there that, to the ancestors, we continue on that. Those messages, I feel like, for the people that might have wanted to kill themselves, didn't. You know what I'm saying? Because people did kill themselves, and the Portuguese and the Dutch ate them, because at the end of the day, you are not going to not do any work. So you want to kill yourself because you don't want to go to, the Americas? Oh, well, we're going to kill, after you kill yourself, we're going to cook your body and eat you. That's what they did. So all of these messages left here are for the people that made it onto the ship and into the islands and into the Americas. And to me, energetically, what is being left there now, the energy outside of the castle, I feel like there is some type of universal justice in that, or some type of aid in how those people got through. You think that time is happening beginning, middle, and end, when really it's just kind of a circle that ripples and kind of affects, it affects the timeline, whether it's at the beginning or at the end. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how it feels to me, because I have to wonder how people made it through this heat, this exhaustion. And I didn't have any stomach problems the entire time I was there. Every other person on the trip had a stomach problem at one point or another. I did not, which is amazing, because I normally have stomach issues because I don't have a gallbladder. If I drink too much, I don't feel good. I didn't have that much of an appetite. Like, you just would have thought it would have been me, but it was not. And I didn't get a cramp. I didn't get a stomach pain until we sat down and started listening to Mr. Kofi talk, which to me felt the thing that I thought was, if I had this pain right now in this heat and I was stuck in one of those dungeons, how terrible that would have felt. Like, I literally felt that. And I just had to breathe through it until it was over. And then we started to walk, right? We walked through the castle. This is the point of no return. So this used to be the tiny doorway that they were pushing slaves through onto boats. I know y'all can't see it, but outside of this doorway, there are men down below in the fields playing soccer. So there's something about the fact that people are happy and at peace and living their lives in the same space. There's something about that, okay? This was the female slave dungeons, as y'all can see. This was a well where they fed them the water from. And this is a stairwell that went up to the governor's room, because, he don't bring his wife to the slave castles. So they call for the slave women to come out, and they pick, you know what I'm saying? They pick a woman, and the woman goes up these stairs into the room. She's fed, she's cleaned. And then when you don't want to go, she's sent up to the officer's mess, okay? And this is the view this is where the governor would live, his living quarters, which he painted yellow because he wants to make it feel light and airy up there. Meanwhile, people are being tortured down below. There's also a place in this castle where the missionaries would stay, because they're so filled with, Jesus, good love, and all of that they're staying at the slave castles and people are being tortured. But it's all good, Yeah, no, not so much. This is the view. So, like, there are people outside, there are people enjoying their lives now in this same space. And I find something beautiful about that, because I feel like that's not what it was before. And that's what it is now. Like, look at the view. I couldn't help but to be awed by it. Still feeling somber, still feeling sad, still, feeling the anguish of it, but still feeling the beauty of it. Again, life being both good and bad. So I learned a lot when we went to the Elmina slave castles. Okay. Then, all right, and I'm gonna play this one for y'all because this is their sound. But we had the African dancers perform for us. This was I think our first, our second night, and we had dinner. Y'all, this girl, when she came out there, I knew that she was in charge. I knew she was in charge when I saw her walk out. And to see her put everybody on her back, it's a testament to that is the way the women are. As many men as you see all over Ghana, the women are the ones doing the hard work as far as I'm concerned. Y'all, please stop. Like, do they permit soccer being played? Like, people can play soccer in an empty field, y'all. Like, please stop. Okay? The next string. The fireman. Y'all, we still don't understand how he was eating the fire. Hey, Saisha. And they was bucking me up. Come on here.
Its name is Papa.
I hate when people play, when you hate when people say soccer is football. I'm American. I'm American, so it's soccer to me. Y'all stop acting, stop it. Okay, stop. Yeah, y'all being mad Aggie. Okay.
We are in Ghana, and we're about to walk to our welcome dinner and Ancestry reveal, and I am so excited. I feel like a kid in a candy store right now.
Okay, this is Taisha. Okay, look at us. I look cute. Oh my God. Okay, I have to put my glasses on because the bitch is blind. Okay, everybody got that African ancestry. Okay, yes, looking like Jerome. All right. Listen, Mandy. Okay, come on, my girls. Okay, Chastity. Okay, y'all, I love them. And then, of course, y'all, we had to go and see about the beach at the Lemon Beach Resort. And their beach is much more beautiful, but the tide was so high when we got there. It wasn't safe to go and really get in the water like that because you might have got sucked into the goddamn ocean. But it was still beautiful. It was still beautiful. Accounts of Ghana practice a matrilineal system. I think that's the best way. Like, look how clean. Ain't nothing dirty on this beach, child. We appreciate y'all for that. Love the color of the sand. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just, it was beautiful. Okay? Come on, Talia. Listen, we was living our best life out there. Okay? Yes. Okay? Y'all, I had these pants that turn into shorts. You zip off the legs. That's what this was. I had another bathing suit planned for this day, and the gold scratched off the bathing suit. I was so mad, so I had to change my bathing suit. I was supposed to be out there looking like a gold mermaid. But that's okay. Y'all get the energy. All right? So, yes, y'all. The retreat was amazing. Taisha did an amazing job with our accommodations, making sure that everybody was comfortable, making sure that we were safe, got what we needed. You know what I'm saying? Like it was an amazing trip. I can't wait for the next one, which is what I wanted to tell y'all about. Okay, hold up. So we are going on the next trip and we are working together again. So I hope more of y'all sign up this time so I can go. Okay. Now we're doing 10% off. 10% off if you sign up, and that means you sign up and pay the deposit by December 31st. Okay. So when we go to Thailand, we're going to Phuket. I've always wanted to go to Phuket. Okay. So this is where the next retreat will be. Once again, this is women's only. We will be staying at one place, this luxury beachfront villa. Okay. We'll be staying in this one place the whole time. Look, listen to what it says. Experience the height of luxury in a meticulously designed 10-bedroom private luxury beachfront villa positioned to provide breathtaking panoramic views of the bay and sea. Immerse yourself in luxury and comfort with spacious living areas, modern furnishings, and a private infinity pool that seems to merge seamlessly with the sea. Escape to an oasis of comfort and relaxation as each room is a sanctuary of luxury designed to cocoon you in serenity and style. In addition to a fully equipped gym, the villa has well-appointed private spa with a 2-bed massage room, 8-person steam room, a private outdoor 2-person jacuzzi, and chromotherapy lighting system. A team of massage therapists will visit the villa, providing you with access to a wide array of relaxing treatments. Okay? So, let's see. Workshops and experiences include image and style workshop, curated wellness workshops, design your reset vision board workshop, meditation, cultural sightseeing, elephant sanctuary, which y'all know I'm going to be on because a girl loves the elephants. Okay. Island and beach tour, visits to the markets, and you can pay monthly payments with the firm this time. So you can pay as you go, of course. This is 8 days, 7 nights. Round trip transportation. She made sure that we had transportation to and from the airport and from each place that we were going. So that was something that nobody had to worry about. You know, y'all can come here and look at y'all prices based on the suite. Okay. All right. These are the singles, the doubles. Okay. And the triple. So 3 people can be here, 2 people in all of these rooms. Okay. Yes, and then 2 singles at the end. All right. So look, these are some of the pictures. That looks beautiful. Okay, come on. That looks amazing. This is Ty. All right, we've seen her. This is Sakina. All right, and this is Sherry Prelerman, which I have not met her, but she will be the stylist and image consultant there. All right. So if y'all are trying to go this time, okay, because I doubt that this will disappoint. Taisha is not only a travel agent, but she is a citizen of the world, as I like to call her. She travels all the time, and she travels to different places for her clients so that she can give y'all the lowdown on places and knows where to send people. If you have a roommate, yes, you can choose your roommate. That's what I plan to do if any one of my homegirls comes. Okay. It's like, whether it's going to be Kiki or Jasmine, somebody's going to be my roommate. Okay, one of y'all is going to be my roommate, you know what I mean? So that's what's going to have to happen, all right? So yeah, y'all, this is what's going on for June, okay? This is June 13th through June 20th, 2024. If you want to get 10% off, you sign up with your deposit by December 31st of this year, okay? Now, that's the info on that. I'm going to have you guys go ahead and like the video, and we're going to take a second, and then we're going to get into my past life regression party that I had with Neoshi. So yeah, y'all, just like the video, support the channel.
Anywhere you go, you belong. Anywhere you say, anywhere.
right. All right. Okay. So the past life regression party. So shout out to Black Witch Yaya. Because this was a conversation that we had that made me want to go ahead and do the past life regression party. And I'm gonna be real with y'all. I didn't think it was gonna work on me. I did not think it was gonna work. I didn't think I was actually gonna go under. But Jasmine, Black Witch Yaya, did a full deep dive, which is just you and Neoshi. I did the past life regression party, which is kind of like an intro, a tester to see if you're susceptible, if it's gonna work, just to see if you want to do this. Okay. So this is Neoshi, and this is a snippet from our session on Sunday.
Two of your past lives and the life in between lives. Know that you will see what you were supposed to see today.
Do y'all see me? Y'all see me? Okay. So it's all of us knocked out, y'all. Now, let me explain how this goes. So first of all, as Neoshi says, my clients include celebs in the music industry, professional athletes, and multi-millionaire CEOs. I've worked with over 1,000 women and a few brave men who are on a journey to healing their souls, break those blockages, and align with their divine purpose. You can see more of my work in 200 plus videos on my YouTube channel. Warning, it's extremely addictive. So y'all can subscribe to her YouTube channel as well. But Neoshi is a hypnotherapist. And she's good at her job. I did not think this was gonna happen. Let me tell y'all something. So I didn't know how many lives we were supposed to see. I didn't know that. But I literally went to 2 lives, and when I came out of the hypnosis, I realized I had went to 2 lives. It was much like dreams I have when I want to remember what's happened in the dream, but I can't remember once I wake up, and all I feel is the fact that I can't remember. Okay? This, you remember. So she tells you to look at a spot on the wall, you take deep breaths, and eventually you're under. And what I envisioned happening, and when I say envision, this is what happened in my mind, because it's all in your mind. I'm laying down. Y'all see me laying down? It felt like I sat up, looked at a spot on the floor, and instinctually knew to allow myself to fall into it. And I felt myself being transported. There's like light flickering, like that you're moving through something. And then I end up in the first life. And I don't know what's going on, but I can feel what makes me feel that I'm in this moment is somebody grabbing my arm, my right arm. I literally felt somebody grabbing my arm, and I looked down at my arm and I asked myself, what's happening to me? And this fear is coming over me at the same time, and something says you're being AR'd. And I could feel it about to happen. Like whoever was on top of me, I could feel them looking down on me and their eyes going down my body. And as soon as they got like right here, I said, no, 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 no. I just felt this extreme fear. And I was like fear I've never felt before in my life. And I was just like, no, 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 no. And I hopped out of it. Now, I did not know this because when you're under, even though you can hear her voice here and there, and you can hear stuff outside. Lyric was downstairs cooking breakfast. I could smell like the bacon. I could smell a candle he had lit. I could hear somebody cutting the lawn outside. Like I could hear these things. And her voice was going in and out. And she says, and I didn't know she said this. Like I don't remember hearing her say this. But somebody else said, you said go to a moment of death. I literally... The next life that I went into, I was in a hospital, and it was almost like I was looking through foggy eyes at myself in a reflection. But it was somebody that looked like, they had lost teeth, their hair was missing. Like I couldn't really make it out, but the person looked sick, and it was jarring to me. And then it was as if the past life sat down and talked to me. And it was a gay man. This is how he explained himself to me. He was like, okay, so I'm a gay man. We were a gay man and we died of AIDS. And I'm literally, and she tells you this. She tells you, you'll try to question it, to explain it away. And I was like, died of AIDS? this can't be true. Like I was born in 1988, and then something said, yeah, this happened around between 83 and 85, a few years before you were born. And I can remember at some point as he's explaining things to me and we're having this conversation, I was smiling so hard. Like I remember feeling the muscles in my cheeks tighten. I remember feeling myself crying, but it was like an intense joy. And basically what he did, he was like, he stepped away. He was like, look at our lives. He was like, look at our lives up against each other. And he said, my life was so sad. And I really was angry. Like I didn't think my life turned out right. And I didn't think that was fair. But now to see myself as you everything I wanted to be. He was like, the way you are talented, the way you are yourself no matter what. He loved how beautiful I am. All of the things about me, basically, he was like, he loved. He was so grateful. And he felt like my life is a universal justice for his life and the other lives that we have experienced that were painful or traumatic for us. And he just was pouring into me in the most positive way. He was like, girl, I am so happy that I came back as you. It feels like universal justice. It feels like my pain was for a reason. And he was just so giddy and so happy about it. And that's all I could feel. And then I guess he was done talking to me and I got hot. I started to get hot. And when I moved my arm and I knocked my phone down and I come out of it. But because I kind of peeped how I went under in the first place, because I meditate, it's easy for me to follow the place of relaxation in my mind. So I put my phone back, reset myself, and then by the time we're going back under, and I didn't go all the way back under, like when she, talked us through it the first time, but I was able to go under enough to allow myself to move with whatever was coming to me. And that's the trick to the hypnosis and to retaining it, is to just allow yourself to move. Ask yourself the question, hear what's being said, don't question it, just roll with it. And so we started back up being born. How do you feel? How did your mother feel being pregnant for you? I talked to my mom about this after, right? And I told her, I said, it came off like you felt a little scared. Like you felt scared, but you felt like this is going to be my baby. This is going to be my sweet baby. She's going to be kind to me. This is going to be my friend. This baby is going to be my friend, like a person to be here with me. And that is exactly what my mom said. My mom was like, that's exactly how it felt. I always knew that you were going to be like my friend as well as my daughter. Like something just felt like this is going to be the one that has heart for me. And that is exactly how it happened. I did a lot of feeling like I needed to protect my mother and to be sweet and be kind and hold space for her and not act out of frustration with her, to be kind to her. So what I felt, what I thought, even when I wasn't all the way under, was true. We eventually fast forward through our lives and we go into the future. The future was harder for me to see. I only would get flashes. One flash, I'm on a stage, people are applauding, holding a mic, arm up in the air, waving to everybody, applause. Flash out of that. I'm in my house. I'm in my kitchen. It's not big. It's a nice size. A lot of light coming through. And I'm chopping vegetables, a tomato. And I felt just at peace. And she was like, who's with you? Who's around you? I couldn't feel anybody. I couldn't see anybody. I know I'm not alone, but I don't know who's there. I just know how I feel. And then I feel myself sitting on my sofa. And it reminds me of my sister's place on the beach. And it just felt comfortable. And I felt like whatever fear that I have of the future, I'm going to be good regardless, is what it felt like. It felt like confirmation. Don't worry. Don't trip out. You'll have it all. All of the things that you want for yourself, you'll get them. You'll be good by the time we get to this point. You'll feel like everything you wanted to accomplish. Like you'll feel good about it. And that's what I got from it. And I was like, okay. And then we woke up, we come out of it, and, we tell her what happened in our first lives, the 2 lives we saw. It's when I find out that it was specifically 2 lives. And I really was like, damn, I only saw 2 lives. And she was like, okay, so we only went to 2 lives. And I'm like, really? I didn't know. I didn't know beforehand. I talked to my mom, and my mom was like, I had a friend, a gay friend, a little young guy who I used to babysit for, because, we all grew up in the same project, and I was friends with his family, and I used to babysit for him, and he died when he was like 20 of AIDS. And she was like, I took care of him, and I really loved him, and he loved me. And she was like, that would be amazing if he was born again in you through me, because she also took care of him like a mother figure. And that shit blew my head off a little bit, because she thought of that immediately. And what this experience has taught me is to really trust my sense of knowing, as I always have. That's why I feel like this experience was easy for me in some ways, because I trust my knowing. And when she said that, I was just kind of like, I don't know why that felt true. The person didn't feel old. They just felt sick. Like they weren't the beauty that they were before. But when we sat down to talk, I didn't see that. Like I couldn't really see. I can just feel what it feels like. And a person feels like sweet, you know what I'm saying? There's a feminine quality, but not in a over the top way, because it's somebody that's in the 80s. So like there's a level of gentlemanly, as I would like to call myself all the time, a gentlemanly like bitch. My friends know I will call myself, I'm an old gentlemanly like bitch. That same energy translates with what I felt from him. So when she said that, I wondered. I was like, that's a possibility. I don't know if that's true or not, but it's a possibility. And then later on, my sister texted me out the blue, my oldest sister. She's also done like these types of past life regressions. Found out that she had been our dad's mom in a previous life, which makes sense, because my dad always had reverence for her in the same manner that he had reverence for his mother. She said she was really good to him in a previous life, which is why he felt indebted to her in this one. And that is what I saw from my father with my sister. It was like he was always trying to impress her. And the same thing with my grandmother. So that kind of translated to me, and she's done these same things. So, it's funny because my sister, we don't always talk, but energetically, she's always doing things to show me the way. She was in the news business before me. She's the woman about the world, traveling in entertainment, being about her business. She showed me all of that. Like she showed me before I did it. I got to see my sister do it. Even her having a beach house. I was like, once I saw her have a beach house, I was like, I'll have mine now because you have it. And the pattern in our lives has been that I have followed her by example, whether we were close together or not. And so when I find out, when she texts me out the blue, and, this is like the same day after, the past life regression. And I tell her that I did this, and she's like, I did that too. And, even more similarities of us being light workers. And it's so funny because somebody asked me how I felt about myself after the past life regression. And I said, I feel like a bright beam of light. I feel like a bright beam of light that is reaching very far. But that's what I feel like to me. And based on what I do in my life, and hopefully how I make y'all feel, that's true as well. So, and it also, like, ever since I was a child, I kind of knew I would be like this. So, and I used to feel like I'm not being humble if I tell y'all that I'm going to be a star or whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? Because this doesn't translate to that. But that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't translate to me being a world-renowned actress like I thought at the beginning, or a singer like I thought at the beginning. It's me having those talents still, but I still was able to become this and knew I would become this. And so like my sense of knowing, my intuition, the thing that makes me really good, at this job, it's always been there. I've always known it, and it's only getting stronger. And that's what I pray for. And that's what I sit in my corner and I manifest, is my intuition and the gift that I was given in this life being stronger. And I've always felt like I was more connected to my past lives, because whatever the lessons that I learned in those lives, they stuck with me. And so when I got to this life, I didn't have to make a lot of mistakes that I've seen my cousins or my siblings make, because I was able to really watch everybody else's life and determine what I needed to learn and what I had already learned and didn't need to deal with. For instance, I came into this world bisexual. I knew that there was nothing wrong with that. I knew that the way people were responding to it because of religion was wrong. I don't care. I always felt like that did not make sense because we are souls. We're not genders. We're not sexes. And on a deep God level, we are souls. Souls don't have genders. And as we go through different lives, we change sexes. We change genders and have the same soul. So all of these things that we think matter so much in this life don't really matter. It just doesn't. Because when it comes to spirit, it has no validity. Your gender, whatever your sex is, once you die, that doesn't matter. All that matters is your soul, its experiences, and how it felt. That's really all you can hold on to. That's the only thing that you can recall. And let me sum it up for y'all. So when we were in Ghana, we had a lot of conversations about the whole slave trade thing. And when you look at the Middle Eastern people, and I say Middle Eastern because I think it was the Arabian people, but I'm not specifically sure. But they taught the Portuguese and the Dutch chattel slavery. They were enslaving black people first. There is no peace in the Middle East. Okay? They were some of the most cruel when it came to chattel slavery. They taught it to the Portuguese. Have y'all checked in on the Portuguese lately? They're not doing well as a country, as a corporation, as a clique, as a country. They're not doing that well. They were one of the richest powers at that time. They enslaved us. They fucked over mad people. It took a few generations, but their empire is not well. There are a whole bunch of other, the Fulani people, for instance. The people in Ghana that were not enslaved but played a part in the enslavement, some of y'all don't live as good as we do as African Americans. Y'all think we live better than we do. But essentially, we were tortured and we were sold into slavery. We were treated like trash. But most of us have running water. Most of us live in solid homes. Most of us have AC. Most of us go to the grocery store. Most of us don't have to walk around in the heat to make money. It just makes me feel like there is a universal justice, meaning that just because people get away with something in your lifetime, it doesn't mean that they're going to get away with it in future lifetimes. We always think about things in such a short period of time, but there's something you're going to learn from white people is that they think ahead. Okay? And when you really back away from some of this shit, you see how everybody that wanted to be on some barbaric, fucked up shit, if you wait a few generations, you'll begin to see their children having to pay for their sins. So I just want everybody to take that with them, that there is justice even when you don't know there's justice. The things that have been hidden, if it's meant to be revealed, it'll be revealed. But ultimately, whether you know it or not, the people that do wrong, the people that spend their lives in this take negative energy space, they will pay for that. This soul may not pay for that. Their next soul might have to pay for that. Whatever feelings of pain and inadequacy that they hold on within themselves and they don't know where it comes from. And sometimes I feel like your life that you live will present like the traumatic experience to give you the feelings that you already kind of were born with because you experienced similar traumatic experiences in a previous life. So now in this life, those same things have to happen so you could have that knowledge again. And you're supposed to build off of the knowledge you get from every life. You know what I'm saying? But again, back to the African situation, I love y'all for real, but African American culture is real. Y'all don't have to keep this conversation going about, oh, what about those of us that are not African, that were here already? Y'all, it doesn't matter. Stolen land, stolen people. People have been mixing for forever. It doesn't matter, y'all. Stolen people, stolen land. It doesn't matter whether you were already here. They still stole your land and stole you, because essentially, just because you were born here does not mean that you should have become a slave. And being African is not anything to sneeze at. It's not anything to feel like, oh, not just another African. Why not just another African? Why not? There is resilience in being of African descent. No matter where you are in this world, you are extra and special because you are of African descent. Now, Americans, UK, all of the other places that are, Caucasian countries and they have black populations like America, like Europe, like Amsterdam, all of those places, you know what I'm saying? That y'all have black populations because y'all enslaved somebody, you know what I'm saying? That type of shit. Those people are hybrids. They're just hybrids, y'all. But everybody still comes from each other. And if you go back further enough, everybody comes from the same cradle of civilization. Like, we're all still the same. And everybody's just doing the same shit. Everybody's experiencing the same shit. Everybody's doing the same shit. You know what I'm saying? So I loved my experience in Ghana. I learned a lot. I got a lot of perspective. I was happy to be home where the price is the price. Where people ain't gonna add no extra shit on the back end so they can take advantage of you because they think you have more money than you do because you're American. I am grateful to be American and be able to travel to all of these different places easily as an American. But I am also very grateful to be an African American and be a part of creating the culture in this country, because there is no culture here without us. There is no culture in America without African American people. And I know that y'all like to continue to try to separate yourselves, but there's no way. There's no way that you are not connected to African ancestry if you are an African American person that was like born here. Your family was born here. Your family was slaves at some point. Like, and we are not slaves. We are the enslaved. We are still humans and people. Please don't get me confused when I say that. But we are talking about a specific time period. So that is why I am saying it like that. But obviously, we aren't just slaves. Obviously, the people were not just slaves. They were captives. They were people that y'all stole. Okay? People that y'all tricked. But everybody was barbaric back then. Please understand that. So yeah, y'all. I hope that y'all enjoyed this. Y'all should definitely check out Neoshi if y'all want to do a past life regression party. It was an amazing experience. I really did not think that it was going to happen and it was going to hit like it did, but it absolutely hit. I do feel different. But in such a good way. Yeah. I love y'all for watching and for, coming through. I'm going to be doing more lifestyle stuff, like my self-care, like how I took care of myself this week, because I want to continue to help and give y'all something positive, give y'all something that y'all could really munch on energetically. Not just the mess. So, we're going to be doing some different shit. But don't forget to sign up, because I'm trying to go to Thailand. So please sign up at Reset by Design Wellness for the next retreat. I'm sure that y'all will enjoy it, because I don't think I could have had a better experience than I had. I can't say enough how much I love the women that were there. I love y'all. I really do. Thank y'all for holding space for me and not making me feel like I need to be anybody different than myself. And I hope I made y'all feel that way as well, because I love y'all individually for exactly who y'all are. So thank you for that. All right. I will be back at 4. I changed the time for my Married to Medicine review. We're going to get back into the shit. Because I am a multifaceted, multi-layered, gentlemanly like bitch. So we're going to go ahead and move back on to the mess, okay? And get into how people are secretly attracted to women no matter what they say. Dr. Heavenly. Okay? So, yes, you guys. I hope y'all enjoyed. I got a 5-year visa for Ghana, so I'll be going back. We just need to get Lyric one, and hopefully the same time next year we can plan a trip for us to go back to Aqua Safari Resort. Because that was amazing. But anyway, y'all, I love you guys. I don't have a link, but I'll put a link in the description box for y'all for Neoshi. Okay? Just give me a second. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all, and I'll see y'all in 30 minutes.